Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hub, your trusted source for the latest updates, real-time developments, and deep insights into the Iraqi dinar, global currency shifts, and revaluation news. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just getting started, we break down complex events so you can make smart, informed decisions. In today's video, we're diving into insert today's topic, e.g., how geopolitical tensions may impact the IQD value, so make sure you stick around, like the video, and subscribe for ongoing updates that matter to your financial future. Did you know that rising tensions in the Middle East could directly affect your financial future? That's right, your investments, especially those tied to Iraq's economy and the Iraqi dinar, are influenced heavily by current events. With conflict brewing between Israel and Iran, Iraq is positioned dangerously close to the action. And for those of us holding IQD, this is not just distant news, it's highly relevant. In this video, we'll uncover why recent changes in Iraq have serious implications and why the Iraqi government is now prioritizing nuclear safety education. Let's begin with the reality on the ground. Tensions between Israel and Iran are escalating almost every day, creating a ripple effect across the Middle East. Iraq, situated directly between the two, is inevitably affected. For IQD investors, this introduces a level of uncertainty that shouldn't be ignored. While recent reports suggest the IQD remains relatively stable, we must stay alert. It's important to understand how these developments might shift market dynamics and currency value in the near future. Interestingly, we've seen a modest increase in the value of the IQD recently. However, the concern now is how rising geopolitical conflict could derail this progress. As pressure mounts, the Iraqi government is stepping up. A major move has been the initiation of nuclear safety education among the population. This is not just symbolic, it's a sign of serious precaution. Governments don't roll out such measures unless the threat level justifies it. These aren't abstract steps. Iraq is actively recommending shelter-in-place protocols and distributing iodine tablets to its citizens. These measures are taken when a government anticipates potential exposure to nuclear risks. It's not just about being prepared for attacks, it's about readiness for any type of nuclear accident or regional escalation. The seriousness of this action cannot be overstated and reveals the extent of Iraq's concern. History reminds us why such preparations matter. When US troops withdrew from Iraq in 2011, it created a power vacuum. The resulting instability allowed insurgent groups to rise, setting Iraq back significantly. That period of chaos is still fresh in the minds of Iraqi leadership. They know that failure to prepare for regional threats could plunge the country into deeper uncertainty, and that spells risk for investors holding the IQD. For investors, this is a red flag. If Iraq becomes destabilized due to a wider regional conflict, confidence in the dinar could suffer. That said, if Iraq demonstrates control and stability in the face of external threats, it could actually strengthen global perception of the IQD. In either case, how the Iraqi government manages this moment will shape what happens next. Being informed allows us to anticipate and respond effectively. What does this all mean for your investment? If a larger conflict breaks out, it's likely that foreign investors will withdraw from Iraq. This could weaken the dinar and lower its value. However, if Iraq maintains stability, that could keep investor confidence strong and the currency stable or even improve its position. The situation is fluid, and our job is to watch how it evolves and adjust our expectations accordingly. So, how do you stay ahead? First, stick to reliable news outlets that report honestly on the Middle East networks like Al Jazeera, BBC, or Reuters. These sources provide consistent updates that help you stay grounded in facts. Second, participate in forums and social media groups dedicated to IQD investments. You'll find diverse viewpoints and shared insights that could strengthen your strategy. Finally, don't put all your eggs in one basket. The Iraqi dinar has potential, but any investment tied to political volatility carries risk. Diversifying your holdings into other currencies or assets might provide more balance and security in the long run. The most powerful tool you have is knowledge, understanding the risks, and responding with smart moves. Before we close, let's shift briefly to the topic of exchange rates. At its core, an exchange rate shows the value of one currency when converted into another. If you've ever traveled internationally, you've seen firsthand how this affects your spending. For investors, raising the exchange rate of a currency like the IQD means better returns and signals stronger economic health for the issuing country. Why aim for a higher exchange rate? First, it brings economic stability. A strong currency reflects a strong economy, which builds investor confidence and attracts more capital. It also supports local businesses, which thrive when the currency remains predictable. Second, it helps fight inflation, because instead of masking economic issues by removing zeros, countries address the real causes, like rising costs and poor monetary policy. Third, exchange rate stability benefits international trade. Countries that trade with each other rely on consistent exchange values. A stable rate means clear pricing, fewer transaction risks, and easier cross-border business. Fourth, it boosts local production. With a strong currency, locally made goods become more attractive, encouraging people to buy domestic products, which in turn supports jobs and economic growth. Let's take Turkey as an example. Instead of constantly removing zeros, they focused on stabilizing the lira. Over time, their economy saw renewed confidence. Local businesses expanded, and both foreign and domestic investors began to take interest again. The lesson? Don't use cosmetic fixes, address the core issues, and real change will follow. That's the kind of model Iraq needs to look toward. What steps can increase a currency's exchange rate without slashing zeros? First, better economic policies. Governments must control spending and reduce debt. Second, boost exports by tapping into global markets. Third, attract foreign investment through streamlined regulations and pro-business reforms. Fourth, focus on strengthening domestic industries. Lastly, educate the public so they understand economic changes and can make informed choices. So, why not remove zeros? Because it clouds the real picture. Keeping the currency's face value intact reflects true economic strength. It avoids confusion and helps both citizens and businesses make smarter long-term plans. A stable, transparent currency builds trust, and that's a major factor in future growth and global credibility. Now that we've explored the economic and geopolitical factors at play, it's time to hear from you. How are you feeling about the current tensions in the Middle East and their potential impact on your investment? Are you adjusting your strategy or staying the course? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else in the community. It's clear the unfolding situation in the region is too important to ignore. Iraq's recent steps toward public preparedness signal how serious their leadership is about maintaining security. For us IQD investors, thanks for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar Hub, where we bring you the real story behind the numbers. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share it with others who are following the IQD journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a crucial update. Stay informed, stay prepared, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.